Hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And I'm sorry, no jumping up. The new girl is a jumper. She likes to jump up. No jumping up. No jumping up. No. All right. Anyway, let me see if I can get my balance here after they all attack me from all different angles. Starting to cool off, so they're all getting their energy back. They've been laying down all day long and they need to burn some off. So everybody, welcome, and let's see what we got going today. So as we move over this way, oh my god, look at this. We got a bunch of empty shelves, not completely cleaned yet from the acid that was dripped on them, but we've got them cleaned. Look at that. Wow, got a future cleanup to do back here. Now all the wires, the cables I had between batteries, I put in 4 screws behind the door here and I hung them all up according to length. So those are there for future use, and I've got some baking soda and water ready so I can dip the ends in and make sure I clean those off so that the corrosion doesn't keep persisting on them. So I'm down to 2 batteries left on the lead acid, and I didn't take off the extra cables yet because that would require completely disconnecting everything in order to do that. And I figure, what the heck, I'll leave those on because the lights are run on 12 volt right now, and that will be switching over pretty soon because I do have another LiFePO4 battery that a company sent me out to do a review on. And after I do the review on that, it will come over and probably sit somewhere on that shelf temporarily. Of course, after it's cleaned. But that will run the 12 volt system in my cabin for now until I do a full switchover. And when I get my money on my inheritance, I plan on adding 2 to 3 more rows of those batteries down here, so that 12 volt battery will go out altogether and everything will be switched over to either 48 volts input. Well, everything in the cabin will be switched. That was on 12 volt right now will be switched to 120 volts. When I wired everything, I planned ahead and I wired it all with 14 gauge Romex for the lighting. So it is up to code for 120 volts for lighting, so no problem with that for the switchover. It's just a few wires moving around here, and as you can see, there's quite a few wires here. Somebody once asked me why I've got them all in a messy tangle like that. It's because I know where they all go, but people that show up here don't. So for them to go in there and start messing around with wiring, they look at that and they go, holy crap, I'm going to get electrocuted if I go in there. I hope so, you dirty scumbags. Anyway, look at this. 13.4 on those 2 batteries right now. And we're going towards the end of the day with sunset. So those 2 batteries were in decent condition, and apparently they like being here by themselves without the weaker batteries sucking them down as soon as the sun sets. Now my LiFePO4s are at 13.3 right now, which according to the manufacturer is basically 2/10 below full batteries. So 13.5 is full batteries. 13.3, what's that, 90 something percent? I'm still good going into the evening here. Now that one up there is just running the turbine right now, and there's not enough wind to give me any input of that, but that was only going to the lead acid. It does not go to the LiFePO4s. I've got more research to do on that because apparently LiFePO 4 doesn't like wind turbines. Now, they can be hooked up, but there's some specific connections that you have to make for the LiFePO 4s to accept wind power input. Okay, and I'm doing my research on it, but it's not priority right now because I can't afford a pot to pee. Oh, no, never mind. I can't say that. We're on a family channel, right? All right. All right, let's move on out of here. I got $150 for the old batteries in cash. And I spent half of that on dog food for the dogs to make sure that they don't go hungry. Because Sherry, the secretary, has been helping me out with a 40-pound bag, or before, well, this was the first time for 40-pound, but she's been helping me out with a couple of smaller bags every month. And I really thank you for that, Sherry. And the dogs thank you. Don't you, Midnight? DOG, you guys thank Sherry? Come on over here and say hi to Sherry. That's it, DOG. You're a good boy. Yeah, and there's little girl. Little girl's a good girl. Yes, sirree. They like their head scratches. But they don't realize I only have two hands and one is occupied with the camera. So, half that money is gone already, but the other half I'll look to get into the bank as quickly as possible to help pay bills, because I'm not going to make it through the month without extra cash coming in. So I've got some BB and pellet guns that I'll be selling off, hopefully to some neighbors who are interested in them, some rifles and some pistols. And I've got some of the BB and pellet pistols that activate just like a real handgun. The slide slides back when you fire it and all of that stuff. They've got a magazine where you load the BBs in the magazine and slap it up underneath just like a real handgun. Pretty cool stuff. And great for learning, great for training. I had a couple of friends, female friends, that are down in Orange County that were going to come up and learn to shoot so they can buy guns of their own. With what's going on in this country, they are pretty smart about thinking about doing that. But I was going to use those guns to train them. But hey, what, 11 months have gone by since they said they wanted to do that, and in 11 months, if they haven't decided to do it yet, that means that I'm not going to hang on to those guns if I could use cash and get cash for them in the meantime. So, next on the line, you're going to see a picture pop in right about 9 minutes. And I got 15 seconds to tell you. You've heard of, I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Well, here's another saying coming in this photo right about now. So check that out and see if you can tell me what that saying is. All right. And then I'm going to give you, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some trivia all about that saying. And I know some of the older people will know what it is, but some of the other people won't. But the trivia will be really interesting. So stick in to hear that. That'll really get you going. All right. The join for joining as a member of my channel is down below, right next to the subscribe button. It's a little blacked out image that says join in it. And that's where you can go on, and it'll give you all the information about the different levels that you can join at. Remember, the first 10 subscribers will be getting a free giveaway as soon as I register the 10th subscriber. I'll do that as an online random drawing with a spin wheel on the computer. and see who gets the free giveaway. And it'll be a brand new item and worth more than their donation. But thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. It's helping out a lot and keep me going. So with that being said, I want to go on to the next one. Is my friends in Pahrump, Nevada, the channel called Doing Redneck Things Off Grid. That's Doing Redneck Things Off Grid. And I'll try to put that on right about here somewhere. That they just did a benefit for an old friend, a musical friend. They were in bands also. And their friend just had a stroke. And he needs help too. So they just did a benefit for him. And for last I heard, they raised $2,000 for him. And that's great. I'm sure he can use it. $2,000 nowadays in medical bills is what, a day and a half? It's not much. It doesn't go far. So go on and look at that benefit. They play a bunch of good music. The audio isn't the best, but then again, I was watching on my cell phone. Some of you who watch on TV with nice sound systems might get better sound out of it. My cell phone has these little tiny speakers that say, hey, put your ear up against me or you're not going to listen. Stupid. Anyway, yeah, that's the next one. So yeah, give them some support if you can. And I'm going to have a new LifePo 4 video soon. I do have the battery in my possession, and I've had it for a long time, and I've been putting it off because of the heat wave. And this is going to be a different LifePo 4 review than you're used to seeing, with all these guys hooking up all these electronic devices to it and confusing the heck out of you even more than you were before you watched the video. So this is going to be a first-timers welcome to the neighborhood of LifePo 4 batteries and what to expect out of it. All right, I'm planning that, and I'm working on the video a little at a time. I'm going to piece it all together in editing, and I don't want to short this company because it's really actually a very nice battery, a very good battery, and I'm really affordable price. It's a 12 volt 100 amp battery, 100 amp hour battery, and it is a very nice battery for the price. I really have to say so. It's a in the group 24 size, but it is really a nice battery. I've been doing a little bit of experimenting with it, and you'll see that coming up in a future video here soon. All right, so back to me. I'm still in need of financial assistance. I'm almost going to be able to get through this month, but I got nailed with some really extra expensive requirements this year. And this month, on top of it all, I had things like insurances and that stuff all come in. So it just really hit me hard. So I will leave links to my PayPal in the description. And also I'll leave a snail mail address to my accounts in the post office. If you don't want to use the electronics to send money, and I understand that, I really do. It took me a long time to trust any electronics as far as finances go. But if you have that situation and you want to send me some money to help out, you can actually send cash in the mail, but wrap it inside of a paper, a magazine page, a newspaper page. Put the cash inside of that so that when you put it in the envelope, the money doesn't show through the envelope if it's held up to the light. It just shows whatever. And you can put little things on the envelope, like little heart stickers, or wishing, hope you get well soon, things like that on the outside of the envelope. But don't overdo it, because that's what attracts the crooks in the mail crook system. But just if you want to send cash, I'll have the address in there where you can do that also. And then, last of all, before I close this off, because I am going a little long today, on my membership group, just for the heck of it, I added another level, and it's called a Super Bear level. Now, a Super Bear level isn't going to be for the majority of you people out there. I know that, because it's $500, $499.99, $500 per month for a membership. The only reason I added that was because out there, believe it or not, in the world that we live in, are people that have that kind of money. And they see people like us, and it's no skin off their back to give me $500 a month. So I added that on there just as that little precautionary thing. Now, here's my final announcement before I close this off. The very first person to sign up for a $500 a month membership, the very first person will get a personal invite to me, or from me, to go out to dinner at one of the best restaurants I can find in the area, and a few drinks afterwards, and some fun and conversation and all of that stuff, if they feel like doing that. If they don't, fine, just tell me. You want me to give that to somebody else of lesser influence who doesn't have the money? Just say so when you make your donation. I'll be happy to do that for you. Matter of fact, I'll even put the names up there, and you can choose which name you want for me to take out to dinner and have fun. All right? That's what that's all about. So everybody, don't get clotheslined. Thanks for joining me. And this is G Bear saying, happy trails to you. Hey, don't forget to look for that picture on here. Coming up, G Bear signing off.